Shreyasti, yeah. Gopal has requested for another 2 minutes before he starts. He'll be coming on.
Good morning, everybody.
Yeah, Shreyashi, Gopal has requested for another 2 minutes. Okay.
Good morning, everyone. Today we are here to discuss the Design Nuance Series. The objective of the Design Nuance Series is to learn a new topic of design or architecture or fashion. We get introduced to a new school and understand their purpose. They give us their story and we learn more about every school. We interact with experts and absorb the knowledge that they have to share. So we follow some basic protocol during this webinar. The agenda will be where the people from the school will be speaking about themselves for 15 minutes, 40 minutes about the topic that they are going to be talking about, and 20 minutes in the end for the Q&A session. So also a few instructions for the meeting that's coming ahead. Keep your microphones on mute. Comments and answers to questions, comments and answers can happen over chat in the chat box. Switch on your webcams. If you need to ask a question, please raise your hand in the comment section and you can ask your question. Keep your questions brief and up to the point. Today we have with us Mr. Aditya Chauhan. He's going to be telling us the difference in between drawing and sketching and design. A little about Professor Aditya Chauhan. He has a bachelor in fashion and apparel design from NIFT and a master's in costume design and fashion technology. Being a fashion designer, he explores a lot of materials and has made surfaces as well. So he works on a lot of installations in companies and in art festivals. He's had around 11 years experience in the real world. And he's also taught at institutions like NIFT and Pearl. He also has several teaching areas. I think we'll let him speak a little more about himself. Also, if you're interested in the school at the end of the meeting, you can register yourselves in the link given here. We'll also be sharing this link in the chat box. And if you want to know more about the school, then you can also click on the link provided there. So now we'll go ahead and let Mr. Gopal speak about the school a little bit. Mr. Gopal.
Yeah. Yeah. Hi. Am I audible?
No, we can't hear you.
Yeah. Yeah, Gopal, we can hear you.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was just trying to figure out the laptop issue. Meanwhile, I'll address about the school itself. No issues. So, well, always for giving us the opportunity to interact with such a lovely batch, that have a creative mindset and looking forward to pursue their dreams in design. So, yeah. Hello.
Go on, Gopal.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay. So yeah, UID is one of the premier institutes, and we are based out of Ahmedabad, Gujarat, and we are there in the world of design since 2012, and we offer various range of courses in Ahmedabad. So talking specifically about Ahmedabad, so let's begin with the breakup of courses that we have, and yeah. So when it comes to undergraduation courses, so we offer BDES, that is a regular B-Design course, which is for 4 years. and there are 8 semesters in there. And we offer disciplines like product design, fashion design, visual communication graphics, animation and motion graphics. We have started with a completely new set of design parallel that is known as this is a category to offer that we have, and it is not only about designing the arms and weapons for the security forces. It's a completely whole new world of design that we have set, so you have everything to explore there. And after that, automobile and transportation design, we have textile design, then fashion design, lifestyle accessories design. So we have with us Aditya sir, so who also happens to be from the LSA background, so he'll explore more with you in this sense moving forward. And there is a completely new set of course that we had started 2 years ago that is known as Global Design Program, GDP. So this is different in the sense, from the regular BDS course, you have the opportunity to pursue 3 semesters abroad in countries like Italy, Australia, and UK. So these are the 3 countries where we have tied up with 3 most reputed universities in these 3 countries. So you have the whole new opportunity to pursue those particular semesters abroad. So this starts from third semester onwards. So third semester, fifth semester, and seventh semester. So these 3 semesters you will be traveling abroad and pursuing your particular semesters outside India, and then again coming back to Ahmedabad. So that's the whole process about GDP. The best thing about GDP is that you'll get the insight about the design world that lies abroad, right? So it's all so important for all the design aspirants to know both the market, that is the domestic market as well as the international market, the standards outside, the consumer behavior outside. So everything is different. So that is what we'll be teaching you in GDP. So that is the whole experience that you'll be getting. Then we have integrated masters in design. So integrated masters in design, what happens is this is for particularly for those students who want to complete the entire stretch of design. Okay, entire stretch of design at a single go. So if you begin with BDes, so and then MDes, you will complete the entire program in 5 years. 5 years, 10 semesters, you'll be completing the entire set of design course, both graduation as well as post graduation. And yeah, so these are the 3 main courses. And the last that we have is basically MDes, that is the post graduation course that we have, Masters of Design. So that is a 2 years course, and we have 4 semesters over there. This inclines towards know more about the industrial practices in industry design. So these are the main courses that we are offering. That is BDes regular. Then we have Global Design Program BDes. Then we have integrated Masters in Design, and then Masters in Design. And the eligibility criteria is very simple. So we have our set of examination pattern, which is different from all the other institutes. A
Your voice is
basic TAT
breaking.
exam, that is a written exam. Now,
Uh, Gopal, I
hello.
think your network is a little unstable.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, is there any chance of you moving to a different network?
Yeah, 1 second. Sir. Just try 1 second. Okay, great. Yeah, so continuing with it. So as I was speaking, so I was informing you about the set of exams that we conduct. That is our independent exams that we conduct, eligibility criteria. So we start with a normal design aptitude test, which is a written test. Post which this generally happens in the month of January or February. You will be notified via DQ Labs, so they'll let you know. Beyond sir and the team will let you know about the exact examination dates, and we'll release the forms in the month of September or October, and you can apply through DQ Labs. There'll be a specific link, and DQ Lab will provide you with the link, and you can use the link to apply for UID. So that is the first round. And second round is basically the portfolio evaluation and studio test. So that happens generally. That used to happen pre-COVID era. Right. So post COVID, what we have done is we have basically started with a new approach. That is, once you are done with your design aptitude test, we immediately after the completion and the completion of the exam, we conduct the portfolio evaluation and personal interview. So since we are moving out of COVID era now and hoping things will be normal very soon, so we'll be again going back to the usual way of conducting examinations. That is design aptitude test, a studio test. So what happens in a studio test is that you'll be given certain materials and a brief, and you will have to create a 3D model. So the entire day will be divided into two categories. The first category is basically your individual performance, and the second category is your group performance. So wherein teamwork and how do you gel in a particular environment would be checked in terms of team. Yeah, so that is there. And the very next day you'll be appearing for the portfolio evaluation. So these are the three rounds that we are hoping to conduct this year also. So that's pretty much about. And yeah, one more information that I would like to share is that UID has spread its wing to NCR also, that is National Capital Region. We are there. This is our second official campus that we have. And wherein we have tied up with, for infrastructure, we have tied up with GD Goenka. So you'll get their standard as in world's best infrastructure experience over there, plus the academic excellence and academic expertise of UID that you will be getting there. We are replicating it exactly like Ahmedabad, what we have in Ahmedabad. So for those students who are willing to opt for NCR, like Delhi, for those students who are from Delhi, Ghaziabad, then Faridabad, Noida, Gurgaon, so they can definitely sit in and apply for this new campus. Yeah, over to you, Dion, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Gopal.
Thank you, Shashi.
We'd like Aditya Chauhan sir to take over here after, and I think you can tell us a little bit about yourself, sir.
Aditya, sir.
You're muted. Okay. Okay. Hello, everyone. Good morning.
Hello, sir. Thank you for being here. We'd love to hear about yourself and if whatever you'll have to tell us.
Sure. I'll just give you a brief introduction about myself. So, I am a fashion and apparel designer, and I have pursued my bachelor's from NIFT, and then I did my master's in costume design and fashion technology. Then I also have an industrial experience, and then I came into teaching sector where I also taught in NIFT, Pearls, and other institutes as well. Now I'm affiliated with UID, where I'm looking forward towards a different set of departments according to my expertise in UID. So today we are just going to cover something very basic, which I feel all the students should know about, the difference between drawing and sketching in terms when it comes to design. So yes, we'll start the session accordingly, and I hope all the students who are over here, or anyone for that matter, if you have any questions, the chat box is open. You can just type your questions, and later on in the end, we can just take each whatever questions are there, and we can discuss over it. Hope that's correct. Okay.
That's fine, yes.
Okay. So do I have a right to share my screen? Yeah. Okay, great. Just let me know if my screen is visible.
Yes, we can see your screen.
Great. Okay. So I know it's very early in the morning on Sundays. Everyone must be a little bit sleepy, sort of. Yeah. So before going to the main topic, yeah, I want to just ask few questions and give the answers for that also, and then we will go on to the main topic and understand how do people use it, what are the softwares which are being used by the industries, and many more things about it. Okay. So first of all, I really believe in observation. As a designer, I really believe in observation, and I tell all my students that if you don't observe carefully, you won't be absorbing things from surrounding. And then if you don't absorb things clearly, then how will you reproduce? Yeah. So it's very important. This is a process which I usually follow, where you observe, you absorb, and then you recreate, reproduce. So how do we do that? First, let's just understand in simple basic steps. Yeah. So what to technically observation is what? We see things, right? We as an individual, whatever is going on, we can see things around. So what do we see? We see everything which is around us. When do we see? We always see things. Where do we see? Everywhere. Yeah. And why? So this is a very important question. Why do we see? So as a designer or as a design aspirant, it's very important that you look through things. Yeah. You for what? To build a visual library. If you don't build a visual library, yeah, you won't get creative thoughts, or when you are brainstorming things, your words will be very limited. So it's very important to see things and to build a visual library. So how do we see it? It can be at a basic level, overall, at a micro level, or at a macro level, depending on what exercise you are practicing or how you are looking at things. So you can look at an overall building, or you can look at one specific corner of that building. So it depends that what you want to see. So if you are practicing all the above, which I have listed down, how, where, what, why, then you are not just seeing, you are just observing. So that's very important. Keep your eyes open. As a student, you have to be very observant. So keep your eyes open, look at things, look at, so there are so many things to look at, right from the packaging of the bread or chips you are taking, to how the rooms are being styled and constructed, the streets, how they are given the flow. So everything is very important. So try to observe as much as possible. So if you are closely doing everything like this, yeah, if you are observing things, you are very observant, you are looking at the chips packet and also thinking of, oh wow, so this is how the color is being used, or this is the way they have written the name of that particular brand or that particular flavor, which is highlighting or uplifting in a particular way. So everything in depth, when you are observing and seeing, and you are asking the questions to yourself or understanding, so that observation is getting absorbed in your mind. Okay. And when things are getting absorbed in your mind, it will reproduce. So let me give you an example. Yeah. So example is, if I ask you to sketch a cup or a mug in 5 seconds or 10 seconds time, you might be drawing something which is very close to you. Yeah. Something you have been looking at or seeing daily. For example, your cup in which you drink your coffee or milk or tea, whatever, that is something which you are looking at daily, and that will be made by you, because that is being absorbed in your brain, and that will only recreate or reproduce. So it's very important to observe. Yeah. The more you observe, the more you look at things, the more visuals you collect from your surroundings, yeah, that is going to help you uh, in brainstorming your activities, whatever you will be doing in future. Say for example, if I uh, again, if I tell you to make a ghost, so till date, whatever movies, series, or cartoons you have seen, You must have seen certain type of ghosts in your lifespan. So everyone will be making those ghosts or combining two or three ghost figures together to create the third one. Yeah. So the more you have visual library or data bank in your mind collected, the more you can explore accordingly. Yeah. So now let's just understand why this visual or visual art is very important. How does it help and where does it help? Okay. So just if anyone can guess, if anyone knows this particular language, if you can guess that what it is written over here, you can just write in the chat box. Yeah. And on the next slide, I have shown something else. Okay. I guess this is easy to guess, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. One person has written Arvind. Yes, thank you very much. It's Chinese, yes, and it's cycle. So there was out of 30 participants, there was only one participant who was able to guess that it's Chinese and it is written cycle. And when the second slide popped up, the visual of a cycle, almost all the 30 participants were very clear that, okay, something about the cycle has been showing on the slide. So this is the power of visual art. This is something how things are being communicated, yeah, since the Stone Age. Yeah, there are people. There are certain references which we get from caves, that how they used to dress up, how they used to style themselves, how they used to hunt, how they used to spend their entire day. So everything was being there on the cave paintings which were found. And we started understanding things from that particular level. When there were no written records, these cave paintings were the only source that told us many things about that era, the sculptures, the cave paintings, and everything. So that visual art is all very important to understand. Yeah. Okay. So yes, in Chinese it means bicycle. So visually, if you are representing anything, it makes things easier for the viewer to understand. Yeah. Be it how literate he or she is or not. Okay. So now what do you think? Does the visual helps to communicate and associate things? Yes. If everyone is with me, please you can write Y in the chat box and we can just move ahead. Yes, okay. Okay, yes, people are there. I can see. Yeah, so this is a power of a visual art where things get simplified and easy when you are drawing it in a particular way. Okay. Now we will get to the specific topic we were talking about. Yes, very true, Jyoti. Okay, so moving ahead, thank you very much. I guess there are quite few yeses and some comments. Thank you. Okay, so as I was talking about the time when there were no written records, still we know the lifestyle of those particular things. How? By the visual art, because there have been cave paintings, drawings, sculptures that could tell us many things about their lifestyle. Okay, let's just understand this illustration. So coming to the topic, your sketching, your illustration is what exactly? Yeah, with few slides, with few more slides to go, I will clear exactly how the things are different, yeah, in both the scenarios, and how they function and how they are being used. Okay, so I have given illustration uh, or slash sketching, anything. Yeah, it is coined as visual representation. Why only visual representation? We'll just find it out in the next few slides. Okay, so can everyone see illustrations of few objects or accessories on your screen? Yeah, they look good, isn't it? But but can we spot the correct dimensions of these objects or accessories which are drawn? Can we see that, okay, this is the scale of the bag, this is the circumference of the hat, or this is the size of uh, the sunglasses or purse, this is the length of a heel. Yeah, so every illustration looks great, no doubt. Yeah, but it's just a visual interpretation, yeah, or visual representation. We cannot identify correct dimensions when we look at things. Yeah. Yes, so there was one comment. These are the things we use in our daily life or trips. Yes, definitely. So the things which you are able to wear or carry, okay, they are coined as accessories. So the accessories might be functional, they might not be functional, or they might be just aesthetically pleasing to whichever corner you are keeping it. So these are all accessories. Yes. So the point is, the illustrations which has been done, the sketches which has been done over here, yeah, are good visual representation of sunglasses, hats, and various accessories. But we are not able to identify the correct proportion or correct dimension when we look closely. Yeah. For that, for that, we need to have drawings. Okay, so I don't know how many of you have heard about perspective drawing. Have you heard about perspective drawing? Can you just use the chat box to type yes? Yes. Okay, have you heard about exploded view of an object? Yeah. Okay, great, great. Have you heard about isometric drawing? Yeah. Have you heard about? No? Okay. You will be definitely coming across certain terms like isometric drawing and also orthographic drawing. Yeah. This is something what designers use. I will be showing you certain examples. I will be showing you how they are being used and what is the understanding of those words. So don't worry about that. Yeah. So these two things which I asked you, have you heard about perspective drawing? Have you heard about exploded view? So if you see all the technical things, yeah, comes under drawing area. So these are all technical things which you do, because drawing is a very generic word. As we all know, drawing is very generic word. In our 8th standard or 7th standard, when we used to start drawing on canvases or A3 size paper, it was being told to us, okay, make a landscape drawing, and we used to make the landscape drawing of whatever we imagined. So drawing is very generic word, but but in when it comes to designer language, yeah, sketching and drawing are two different things. Like in sketching, we have seen that it is just a visual representation when we can see the product which are being illustrated in a particular way or a stylized way, but there are no dimensions to it. Whereas on the other hand, drawing is very technical in terms of interpretation. Now, how? Let's see that. Okay, so now where should we illustrate? How the illustrations are being used? There are certain examples which I will be showing, the pictorial examples. You will get to understand what do you mean by illustration or sketching, and where it is being used. So if you see this certain images, yeah, so in the images the forms are being generated. It's just an interpretation or the ideation process which has been done. So everything which you are seeing on the screen is sketching. Yeah. There is no specific dimensions written to it. Yeah. there is a flow, there is a process, there is a thinking process which we can see. Yeah. But there is nothing specifically that, okay, this is going to fit in a particular way, or this is the dimension or the proportion of different forms which are being created are different in scale. Secondly, if you see the layouts which we plan, okay, they are being sketched or ideated in a particular way, and then accordingly it is being transferred on a digital platform, and then it has been used by many other people. This is again the ideations and explorations which you can see on your screen. So this was one exercise where a, a rectangle and a oval has to be combined to create different types of forms. So this is very interesting small activity which was being done, and the forms were being generated, and there is no dimension, there is no scale in this, that this particular form is very big in nature, this particular form is very small in nature, but both are been drawn on the same scale. So sketching doesn't make us so much aware about what is the scale, what is the proportion. Yeah, it just gives a feel of how we can ideate, how we can explore, how we can generate forms, how we can use it in a thinking process. Okay, this is what all sketching is all about. What softwares is being used for sketching? Yes, so there are n numbers of softwares these days, but in industry, if you look at, there are the software which I have listed down are on the top shelf. So Photoshop, yes, CorelDRAW, Sketch, Illustrator, SketchUp, Lightroom, all the softwares are very much useful nowadays in the industry by the designers when they are ideating on something, or then they are exploring something. Now, when I said that drawing is a very technical part, so let's just understand how. Okay, before going on, jumping on to drawing, yeah, because this is slightly bigger than sketching, yeah, because I had 4 topics to cover. So till sketching, yeah, is everyone with me? You can write A in chat box. Yes, okay. So this proves I am audible to you, and you are also listening to me. Yes, great, thank you very much. Okay. Okay, any doubts, any questions till now? Anything? So if you have anything, any questions coming in your brain, please write it down so that you don't forget. Either you write it in your diary or you can type it in the chat box. I'll revisit the chat box again once I'm done, and we will just answer. Okay, thank you. Going ahead. Okay. Now, on the other hand, when we talk about design, drawing in design, so why do I call it technical projection? Let's just understand. Design is a generic word, as I told you, but which type of drawing is important. So designer generally uses all these type of drawings. So orthographic drawing, isometric drawing, which I will be talking about. Perspective drawing you are already aware about, and exploded view you are already aware about. Sometimes they might also refer as view or projections. So it can also be called as orthographic view, or it can also be called as orthographic projection. So it can also be called as perspective projection or view. So depending on how you are using it, where you are using it, the terminologies can be changed, but these are all or from belongs from the same family. Drawing, view, or projection means the same. Now, orthographic drawing. So what happens in it? Let's just jump to the pictorial reference, and then the definition of it I'll explain according to looking at the pictures. Okay, so orthography is all about the two-dimensional technical drawing, okay, with scale and measurements. So for example, let me just pick something up for you. If I am visible, I hope I am visible on the screen. Okay, so if you can see the screen, yeah, I have a three-dimensional form, or I can say I have a product in my hand. Now, this particular product has length, width, and height, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. So if I have to convey this message to you that I want to create a model like this using a thermocol or any material, wood, say for that matter. Now, I definitely have to give you certain dimensions so that you can create this particular model accordingly. Yeah. So I will be making a technical drawing of it where I will be telling you that the top view of the product has this and this dimensions. The side view of the product has this and this dimensions. Yeah. The back view or whichever view. So if the product is not similar, the left and right of the product is not similar, then definitely we need to tell them the both views, and we will label the left hand side view as the left side view. Otherwise, generally, there are only three views which are required, which is top view, side view, and right hand side view. So if you give these three views to any of the CAD artist or any artisan who is going to work on a particular form or a product, he or she will definitely understand, okay, this is how the product looks from the top, this is how the product looks from the side, and this is how the product looks from the right hand side or the left hand side, whichever view which have been given. In many cases, the back view is also being shown because to gain more clarity that if is the design which is on the top, if it is not the same on the bottom, to change that, we give the back view as well. So it's very simple that why this technical drawings are required. So if for example, if I there are 30 people on the portal right now, if I ask to everyone to make a square, there will be so many different sizes of square which will be created on your piece, on a sheet or anywhere. And if I tell you, or if I ask you that you have to create a square of 4 inch by 4 inch, then you will be everyone will be very specific, and all the 30 squares will be of 4 inch by 4 inch. So dimensions are very important if you want to work in a specific way. If you want a mass production of things in a precise size or scale, or any sample development in a precise size or scale. So this is how orthography is being used in the industry. This is only an example of a accessory where the jewelry piece has been shown and the different views have been shown. This is again an accessory where the back view is being shown, that how it is being demonstrated and drawn or in a technical part. This is a specific part of a product industrial design where you can see all the dimensions are being mentioned. There are three views, which is top view. So now if you can see this is an isometric view of an object. I will tell you more about an isometric view, but this is just to understand that the tech pack goes like this, where there's an isometric projection and there is orthographic views which have been shown. So a person who is creating something able to understand this is how the top view and these are the dimensions of it. Yeah. And this is the 3D view of it, how it looks and feels. So orthographic view is two-dimensional in nature. Isometric is a 3D projection where the angle of projections are 30-degree. If you see this grid sheet over here on the screen, where there are three things which are written top, front, and side, these are nothing but three axes. And this is called an isometric grid sheet. It is called an isometric sheet. You can easily find this on internet. You can just type isometric sheet and you will find out on internet, and you can make a cube to start with, and then whatever object or product you want to incorporate, you can just put the product on the table and just understand this is the top, this is the front, and this is the side. Automatically you will get a three-dimensional view of a particular product or an object. Yeah. Now, talking about both orthography and isometric projection of an object, this is the very simple picture which I found on internet to understand. So the best thing is the different colors which are being shown in the picture over here. So if you see the cursor of mine, it is a three-dimensional isometric projection where you can see different shades of orange and different tints of blue. So the top view, which we can see, that there is a rectangle and a circle. So this is how the rectangle and circle has been placed. We can understand it from a two-dimensional orthographic projection. Again, the size and everything has to be written over there so that we can understand that what is the height of the circle or the button which is placed over it. Now you see the front view is the light blue and the tint of orange over here. So accordingly, the flat view has been created. The side view is this. So the side view is dark and the dark orange. So accordingly, the 2D projection of the same thing has been created. This is the most simplest example to understand the orthography and the isometric projection, how they are being projected and what are the views. So if you see the isometric sheet, top, front and side, here also if you see top, front and side, it has been made and created and everyone uses the same style of presentation. Okay. Now, when we talk about technical drawings here, what softwares our industries are using? So AutoCAD, Autodesk, this AutoCAD Autodesk is versatile software which has been used by the industry where the CAD related needs are there. Moreover, Rhino, Blender, Lightwave, 3D Max, all the softwares are also being used in the industry where wherever you need a 3D interpretation of something, these softwares are being used and then they are being taken ahead to create different models. Yeah. Say for example, if I want to make a mouse, yeah, and I have a particular form of that particular mouse. So this all things will be made in three-dimensional softwares. Then if I wish to, yeah, I can 3D print them. So there is again 3D printing machines nowadays which are available. You can 3D print the entire drawing which you have been created with particular dimensions exactly in your hand if you 3D print it. And then later on, how you want to do the production or do the sampling of it, you can figure that out later when you are thinking of the production part. Okay. Now, why designers have to do such drawings? In what ways they are going to help us? Let's just understand. There are very few and minimalistic steps, but these are the major steps. So accurate drawing helps us in correct understanding. Number one, yeah, it helps us in correct scale and measurement. It helps us to communicate well. Yeah. Material and pricing approximation we receive when we have a perfect dimension of a particular product. Yeah, correct prototyping will be done, and according to the correct prototyping, how much material has been required or how much material is being used. Yeah, for to make 100 pieces or 10,000 or lakh pieces, it is very easy to understand and calculate. So this is how the designers use a technical drawing part where they look at the certain things and understand, and then they create accordingly, and the prototype is being built for the mass production or for the volume which they are going to create. Okay, so that's it from my end, I guess. I'm not getting much inside the exploded view and the perspective drawing. You guys are already learning that. Yeah, I don't need to explain that in detail, but I will just overall tell you that how does it help. Okay. So exploded view helps us to understand how the assembly of a particular object has been done. Number one, the perspective drawing again, if you see perspective drawing, you see the proportions. So things which are there in front, yeah, where is the vanishing point, where is the horizon line, everything is been understood looking at one particular drawing, be it 1 point perspective, 2 point or 3 point. So you understand which objects are there placed in front or near to your eye and which are the objects which are far away. Okay. If you see a blueprint or a diagram or a perspective drawing of an interior designer or an architect, you will see many insights of it, like where the beam is, where the column is, how things are going to travel, how the wires are going to travel. Everything has been planned in a particular way. Uh, what is the height? Yeah, what is the proportion of the height in in context to the person or an individual who is standing in the particular space? What is there on the top? What is there on the bottom? According to the eye view or the horizon line, things have been defined. So all these things which you are learning right now and exploring and creating interesting stuff out of it, it is going to be used further in your life when you get deeper inside a specialization. So this is how things are going to work for you. Okay, so I guess that's it from my end. Overall, if we just summarize everything, I'm just stopping my screen instead coming to the main screen. Okay, so overall, if we summarize everything, let's just summarize everything to just gain more clarity, and then we can see if there are any questions to answer. Yeah. So let's just start with what was the topic? The topic was to what is the difference between sketching and drawing in design? Yeah. Now, first of all, let's just understand sketching is more illustration sort of, where it is also coined as visual representation, where you are visually representing what thoughts you have in your mind while you are ideating, while you are exploring, while you are creating layouts, while you are thinking, okay, or while you are thinking of any particular process for that matter. This is what sketching is. Drawing is a very generic term, but if you look at drawing in design specifically is very technical. That's why perspective drawing, exploded view, isometric drawing, or for that matter orthographic drawing, everything which is very technical in nature in design has drawing. Yeah, so it is also called as view and projection. So drawing is technical, illustrations and sketching is visual representation. This is the simplest difference. Okay, then what skills do we require to do illustration as well as drawing? So if we talk about the skills, it's very simple, that in both the cases you need to be very specific. You need to sit down at your level, you need to sit down and you need to sketch every day. Yeah, definitely. The mentors, the tutors who are there with you are helping you in a particular way. They are giving you certain assignments so that you can work really well. Yeah, so please follow their instructions. Whatever they are telling for your good, your benefit, that is going to improve you day by day. So skills which are required is your passion, your aggression towards learning something is the biggest skill, I would say. And for drawing, you need to be a little bit more technical, little bit more calculative in terms of the proportions or the drawings and the diagrams which you are exploring. Okay. uh, Isometric and orthographic both are like used properly by the industry, be it industrial designers or be it accessory designers or any other designers for that matter. If you are looking forward for a fashion design course, then also there are technical specification sheets which are being done by the designers, where the flat view of the garment has been done, front and back is been shown, what is the dimensions, everything has been written in a particular way. So everywhere, if you see all the fields of design, this technical sheets are been required. The only difference is when you are doing something two-dimensional, there is only length and width. Then you make flat drawings out of it. When there is length, width, and height, you use both a combination of orthography as well as isometric drawings. Okay. Now, what are the tools used? If we talk about certain tools which are being used in the industry, so already I gave you certain list of softwares which are being used in the industries. So those are the only softwares which are right now in demand in industry. People are working with. Okay, be it sketching or be it 3D drawing or 3D visualization or interpretation of anything. Okay, so that's it from my end. I guess you got the insights of certain things, And if you have any questions, please come forward. You can ask or you can type it in the chat box. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I think that was a really clear understanding of design and drawing and sketching. And it was really crisp and really very clear. So I think we'll wait for a couple of questions.
Yeah, it can be related to the topic, or it can be, yes. Okay, sir,
Maybe we
with
have a
with a
question.
degree of normal B design and the global program, yes, it will be different, definitely. Gopal, you want to add that how it will be different?
Yeah, so the difference is very, very specific in the sense. So what will happen is in case of BDS degree, though the university will be providing both the degrees, okay. So the add-on benefit with GDP program, the Global Design Program, is that you'll be getting certificates also for all those semesters that you have pursued abroad from those particular universities, right? So that is the added advantage that you'll be getting. So the degree will be same. It will be written as BDS GDP, pursued BDS GDP, along with the three certificates that you'll be getting with, from these three universities that you'll be pursuing abroad. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, any more questions related to academics or administration? That is also fine. You can please come up.
Is the UID campus open
Yes.
for visits currently?
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
it is. It is.
Both the
So,
campuses are open to visit, be it Gandhinagar or the NCR campus. So both the campuses are open.
hello. Yeah. So what I'll be doing is, since you are willing to, explore the university or the campus, so I'll be sharing a number with you. You can note this down. So this is the admissions number that we have that will connect you directly to the admissions team, and then you can get your slots booked for your particular course.
Yes. Okay.
Arvind has a question.
Yeah. I just saw that. Sir, can I know about the portfolio of communication design in NID? Okay, so what exactly you want to know? You want to know how you can create a portfolio or what they are expecting. So can you just reframe your question in a specific way? That what understanding you require, I'll answer accordingly. Was I audible? Yes. Arvind, can you just reframe and talk about
Yeah,
what they are expecting or how you should be approaching? So like what we can choose. Okay, so yes, communication design. So technically, first of all, we need to understand what are courses. Yeah, I'll specifically talk about NID as well, but I will be overall first make you understand what is communication design, what are different forms of designs which are being offered by different universities. So first of all, just go through the website of any university to understand what courses they are offering. Number one, yeah. If you are interested, let's say for example in communication design, you list down which are the colleges who are offering anything which is related to communication. So there are many courses like the visual communication. There are courses like fashion communication. There are courses like in communication design it comes film appreciation. There is things which are like animation, motion graphics. So communication design is a very vast, huge field. Yeah, these days interaction design is also under the same umbrella of communication design. So what kind of communication design you are looking forward to? You're just looking forward towards a visual communication, that means a graphical layout related communication design, then accordingly choose your areas. If you're looking at something which is more movable, ads and all that, concepts, then it is more towards animation motion graphics. Yeah. So yes, in NID, if you see, if you are getting inside communication design, so yes, you can definitely choose after the basic foundation, you can choose between which area you want to get inside. The foundation is a common foundation for 6 months, and then you choose your specialization. For now, you need to write certain names, but yes, later on in all the except NIFT, you can jump into particular specialization. So UID also offers the same thing where after the foundation is over, yeah, you can choose if you have selected say visual communication and you want to go inside animation motion graphics after talking to the seniors or there being in the campus looking at certain things. So there is a time frame in which you need to change your department, and you that has been easily done by just sending an email to the respective team.
So, like you said about the topic itself, sketching is where you're basically just thinking on the paper. So you're thinking
Correct.
out loud and just sketching it.
Correct.
So even if you don't have a clear idea, so
Yeah.
say you're just getting started somewhere, so just sketch and then take it
Yeah.
further.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So what's the idea of sketching is all about? It's like thinking with a pencil.
Correct.
Very simple. It's thinking with a pencil. So I don't know. I don't have any clarity in my mind that how the product or the outcome will be. But still, if I have taken any inspiration, say for example, so inspiration leads us to direction.
Correct.
So if I have taken inspiration from say any natural or man-made object for that matter, yeah, it is inspiration can be in different ways. Inspiration is like I am just taking the color inspiration from that, I am taking form inspiration from that, I am taking shape inspiration only from that. So what inspiration I am taking, that's also very important. So if I say, for example, if I took a shape inspiration from a particular flower and now I want to design something which is related to a home decor product, tabletop accessories, or sitting furniture or anything. So if I'm thinking of a furniture, then accordingly my brain will start functioning that, okay, this were the chairs which I saw. Yeah. So that was the reason I asked them to observe things and create and develop their visual library, because until and unless we are have seen many things. So if I have looked at 10,000 different sets of bottle, there is a probability I will come up with a combination of few, which will be the
Right.
newer design. Yeah. But if I have seen only two bottles in my life cycle, then what
You don't
new?
have,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So you start sketching, you don't have any clear idea, still it's completely fine. You start sketching, because as and when you do your sketching, you will see your proportions are also getting improved. How did I start it? I'll tell you that very simple 2 minutes example. So I used to have a pot, uh, ceramic pot at my house, and when I was starting entering into this design field, I used to draw the pot
Okay.
every day. Every day, it used to take 5 7 minutes to draw that. So first day, I was struggling. I was struggling. Okay, I was just measuring all that things I was doing, and I was just making it. I wanted to look the best. I was
Correct.
focusing on that. Yeah, and I was struggling. Then second day, what happened? I was like doing the same thing. Then I decided, okay, let me draw the center line. Right
Yeah.
and left is symmetrical. It will
Symmetrical.
help me. Yeah. I started finding out different things every day for that same particular pot. Yeah. Third day, my eye for the detail developed. I
Hmm.
saw that there are certain textures which I highlight in my drawing, and suddenly it will lift that pot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So every day when I do the same thing for that 5 10 minutes, and after a week's time, I was like very much like I can close my eyes, I can visualize that pot in my mind, and I can draw it.
And
Okay.
close to accurate. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is what we are expecting. So start practicing things, start visualizing things, and start doing it on a paper. The more you do it, the more proportion you will get to achieve. And once you have that in your mind when you are actually will taking that sketch to the production level, yeah, or to the sampling level, then you will be working in a technical drawing process where you are making the orthographic drawing, where you are exactly writing the dimensions
Correct.
of certain things, and then you are the person is going to make, or you will be making it according to the dimension.
Right.
So if we all have water bottles, yeah, we drink and sip waters. So just imagine there is no dimension written, and a person makes a bottle which is very huge. Will you able to hold
Use it,
using
yeah.
your one hand? No. So that is the importance of drawing and the technical drawing part. Okay, so there is something. Okay. So first, Nidhi, I'll come to your question. Just hold on for a second. Arvind, yeah, Arvind. So what all they will be teaching you? So basic. So I'll tell you the system of 4 years of BDesk. Yeah, how what all happens in each semester and each year. So first year is all about foundation, where you will be learning basics about not specialization in specific, but basics about design. Yeah. Secondly, when you go to second year, you will be learning basics about your specialization. Basics about your specialization. Your third year will be advanced learning and research in the specialization which you are in. Yeah. And the fourth year will be more like a mentoring, where you will be developing your portfolio. There will be a graduation project which you will be doing. And once you are doing a graduation project, after 3 years of your learning, you are very much aware about, okay, what specialization you want to get inside. In that also, what you want to do. Say, for example, you are talking about film making. Yeah. So it from first day, they are not going to teach you about the directions. Yeah, they will first tell you that, okay, what are the things which are very important, how to create. Say in basic design, what are the principles of design? They will teach you that first. What is rhythm, what is harmony, yeah, what is balance. So everything will be taught in the foundation year. Once you understand the basics of design, then be it a filmmaker, animator, or industrial designer, accordingly they will be using the understanding of design. So it will be very step by step, gradually growing, where you will be not it's not a short term course or a 11th month course where they will be directly jumping into the focus areas and finishing it up. They will be slowly taking it to that extent, and after understanding the basics of the specialized field, then the assignments are being created and designed in a way. Doing that assignment, many things are being opened in your brain. Okay, how can I improve my human figure sketching? Okay, so general tips, start with basic shapes, number one. Yeah, so start with basic shapes. If you are if you are drawing any gestures, say for that matter, then start with lines. Yeah, so three simple steps I would say. Start with lines. Draw the lines, how the gesture you want to, or how the pose you want to uh, create. Start with lines. Add basic shapes. Use rectangles, triangles, and circles. That's it. Okay. Add basic shapes to your line drawing, and then you add the muscle. That's it. Yeah. So see, talking about that is very easy. I know. Doing that in person, it's very difficult, but the more you do it, yeah, one day it will be like, it's very easy. You can simply close your eyes and make whatever you want figure uh, who is there in front of you. So when if you're interested in making human figures, yeah, sketching human figures, you also try 1 minute sketches. Yeah, when you are traveling and or you are in a park or somewhere, you are sitting and people are doing some activities. Try to take a 6B pencil. Yeah, try to take newsprint sheets and try to just illustrate using lines, just to get an idea of gestures and pose. Or what you can do is, if you don't want to draw an exact figure, just try to identify people and draw a line drawing of it. Just stick figure of the people, how they are standing, how and where they are standing. And then later on, you can add volume to it. So this will help you and grow your human figure sketching, which you want to learn in a better way, in a particular direction. Sir will portray.
Starting with basic shapes, I think, for any form of sketching is always
Yeah,
very
yeah,
good.
yeah. So always, always. So if I want to make however complex thing, so if I look at this is just a cuboid and then a cylindrical form and then whatever details
Right.
are going
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Hmm.
So that is very important. Portrait test will be there for any exam. No, portrait test won't be there for any exam. If you see, because it's more like an design aptitude test which you will be giving, or any kind of sketching or rendering test which will be. So they are not judging you on the basis of how good you are at in your drawing. Yeah, there are different criterias different colleges judge things on. So what are the criterias? They look at the conceptualization, the representation, yeah, uh, then execution, yeah, of your thinking process. This is also, this three are the major criterias, and overall layout. So these four are the major criterias which colleges look for, and accordingly they plan their assignments as well, and the papers as well. Okay, so there is one more thing also, whether. Okay, so right now, I guess what you have to do when you're filling the form, everyone needs to mention their specialization. Yeah. So once the specialization has been mentioned, and you will be getting inside the college, you will be getting inside the specific department specific foundation. You will be learning that for 6 months, and you also will be interacting with the seniors who are there in the campus. You can also go and visit different departments for that matter. And there are people who are also available. So if the helpline number which Gopal sir has shared with you, you can call on that helpline number once you finalize that, okay, this is the two things which I am confused with. So there are professionals who can help you choose the department as well. So you can talk to the college head of specific schools, and they will guide you that what are the probabilities and what are the subjects and courses they are offering, and accordingly you can choose looking forward to what is your interest into. So your confusion part will get clear once you enter into things. Yeah, because right now everything is very say on paper, because you haven't experienced it so well. Yeah. So as and when you will be doing certain workshops, and as and when you will be getting inside, say visiting campus and then exploring certain things, looking at different machineries and models. Yeah, so everything will like enhance what you want to do. So if I look at three different material labs and certain labs, I will be going and visiting certain colleges and looking students who are working over there. I will also feel that, okay, this is the thing which I want to do. So that is going to be in a later stage. Right now, I think you focus on the learning of the learning which has been given by the DQ labs and the mentors who are there. They will definitely guide you. We have been together. I guess there are many different workshops my peers have been conducted with DQ labs, and we have been talking and interacting about it. So yes, amazing output they are giving to their students, which I have seen personally. So you follow them. They are the good mentors for you. They will definitely guide you very well. So don't worry about that. And later on, if you enter the college, if you have anything related, we are there to help. Don't worry.
Just wanted to add to that. So, if at any point you have confusion with the choice of the student that you have made, once you enter the campus, you have a window towards the end of first semester to change, make a change in your specialization. Right? So you can do that, but that is subject to availability in that particular choice when you want to change it. So that again depends on the availability. Plus the way you interact with or the guidance that you receive from your specific school head, that also depends. So as sir has already mentioned, right? So you'll have a window towards the end of first semester.
Okay,
I
like
think we have a question from Drishti as well.
yes. I just read that. So there are two more questions. Don't worry. So I'll just quickly talk about the portfolio part, which is one of my favorite. Okay. Uh, so portfolio is something I must say it's technically you in a digital or a physical format, yeah, which has been compiled in a particular way. So technically it's your extension, yeah. So I think portfolio is something which is very personal, yeah, where your personal design language or your personal ability to do something, yeah, is being shown. So only one point which I must say is, which is very important also, so I must say highlight your strengths and hide your weaknesses. This is what portfolio is all about. If you're good at something, show it, yeah, explore more in those lines, yeah? And if you think that this is my weakness, so I know something which you are weak in, you cannot develop in 15-20 days. So if you're compiling your portfolio and you feel, okay, these are my strengths, put that. If you think this is my weakness, avoid. Okay. So in portfolio, if you have done specific to specifically something about the department which you are opting for, yeah, then definitely put. That's nice. And see what happens, this is a human tendency. If I like to make graphics, so whatever brief I have been given, I will be developing graphic because I like that. So that is a natural tendency of every student or an individual, that you will be developing certain things in respect to the specialization you are looking forward to. So that's that's something you will automatically have, the content you will have automatically. So I think that is nothing to worry about. and and see, one thing which I want to personally suggest is, your teachers are teaching you how to sketch, yeah, they are teaching you, they are giving you the direction, that what are the simple ways you can utilize. Like ma'am just said, you can start drawing with a basic shape or a form, and then you can get inside the details of it. So they are making you understand how you can use simple things to make your drawing and sketching interesting. That is only the start. Now you have to take the initiative. If they have making you learn some basic things, you have to take initiative and draw or sketch 3 4 different things around you. It's not necessary what they have been teaching, they have been guiding to everyone, so that everyone understand in a particular pattern. Now it's your thing, that you need to focus on 5 6 different things which are there around, start sketching, go to your mentors, and then you will see that, okay, the learning which they gave you, how it is being incorporated when you are doing it. Okay, so portfolio is, try putting your strengths, yeah, develop it. If you have time, develop your weaknesses, yeah, explore. If you have done any model making, say for that matter, click a nice picture of that model, because it is not easy to carry models to different places, but clicking picture, putting in the portfolio, listing down what all materials you have used, it's very easy, you can do that. Okay.
I think Mr. Gopal, you want to share a video before the session ends?
Yeah, there's a small video I wanted to share.
Yeah.
Can I go ahead and do that?
Yeah, sure. You can share it.
Okay, Gopal, can we take a last this there is this question, so that he don't feel
Sure.
Sure,
one,
sure.
yeah. So 2 minutes. So you're talking about this is Arvin. So if you have done something and you have everything, like say for example, script you have written for love stories, for photographs, visual art, all these things with you. When you have everything, so what you can do is you can create a story in a particular way, or you can make your portfolio in a particular way, which is not just a portfolio, it's a narrative that will be very impactful. So your portfolio has different stories, it can be like a season one, episode one sort of. You can think of certain creative ways to project what you have. That will be more interesting. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, Gopal, thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. So as I had already mentioned earlier that we have spread our wings to NCR also. So this is a short video about the NCR campus and the infrastructure that we have developed in. So please have a look and then make a decision.
Gopal, I guess turn off your video to save the bandwidth and then play, because the video is not clear.
Gopal, I think you need to share your sound. Approximately how long is this video, Gopal?
2 minutes.
2 minutes. Okay. Okay. Yeah, because we need to end by 10:30. Right?
Right.
Sorry, by 10:30 for another 5 minutes maximum. Okay. Yeah.
So I'm done. You can continue.
Sorry? Hello?
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, yeah.
So that was a short video about UID NCR campus that we have. So highlighting more about the infrastructure that we have developed over there. So yes, that's about it. That's pretty much it from our end.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you, Gopal. Thank you, Aditya, Chauhan, sir. It was great. It was a great session. I'm sure all the participants had a lot of learning. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Aditya sir, and thank you once again, Nikhil and Chauhan and team for giving us this wonderful opportunity to interact with you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you.
All
Bye.
right.
Take care.
Bye
Yeah.
bye.